Time flies. Soon we are approaching to the picking time for the very fine quality specialty green tea in China. Last year, this time, I have the honors to attend the tea forum in SongYang, Zhejiang, and it's called Silver Monkey. Okay, they have a very interesting name called the Silver Monkey. And this year, of course, due to the COVID-19 virus situations, the situation in China is improving, but however, the situations spreading in Europe and also in America is rising. So at this moment, I think the best is let's give our best wishes and share information via the internet. That's the safest for everyone. But how can I tell you something about SongYang? I'm going to share with you my first impression. It took me a while landing in Shanghai, and then I have to take a speed train to Hangzhou, I believe, and then they changed the bus. They picked me up over there. On the way, so I pay attention to the ecological balance environment situation. So what I've seen is the green field and the clean water and the fresh air. And you really smell the sweetness in the air. So I said, oh, I was so impressed. My first impression was I was very impressed already. And the car drove further. Before I arrived at the hotel, I passed some small farmers, not about tea trees, just average agriculture farming. And I saw how do they catch the pest. They're using the most primitive way, it's the sticky paper to catch those bad insects. So I have the first visual experience, how do they fight against the pests. So it's a pesticide-free region. So I was very happy. I had the pleasure to share my observation and my experience promoting Chinese specialities in Europe, and also the challenge I've seen. And by understanding challenge, we are able to explore the possibility and the opportunity together. And I have the pleasure to be invited to visit a tea farm by Mr. Ko, whose tea farm actually is above the water reservoir. It's organic tea farm. So in the evening, instead of following the group to go for the arranged trips, actually I go off the programs. I went to visit a real tea farm. I want to really see the growing environment and also how the people arrange the picking and the making process. So we were there in the evening. In the morning at 5 o'clock, I was awake. I like to explore the environment without any company, because then I can have the first real the information based on my observations without being guided. What I've seen is the tea tree growing in the randomly. It's not really in the very beautiful, in the line. Certain area they're on the line, certain area they are not on the line. They grow in randomly. Certain regions are randomly. And also I hear the birds singing and a lot of insects and also the chicken cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. So it's very ecological happy ground. And when the cloud, the mist spread around and it goes away, then I pay attention to observe the condition on the ground. I'm very happy to see it has everything that I want to see. For example, grass, flowers, climbing plants. That means it is growing in a very healthy, ecological balanced environment. That's only when you visit the area like that, when you smell the tea, and then you will understand whatever you smell, whatever you taste, it's not just based on the productions. Actually, everything comes from the nature. The tea trees needs to be healthy in order to produce good tea base to create a good tea, right? But the healthiness of tea tree required environment, eco balanced environment. To sustain this eco balanced environment, you need these people who are committed to the nature, to the traditions. So this year, unfortunately, due to the virus situation, we are not able to go to China at this moment to share the joy and the pride about the spring tea. But I still remember that finest taste and the flavor. So if you ever think about Long Jing, don't just think about Hangzhou. Don't just think about Dafo in Zhejiang. Please do recognize there are lots of fine quality green tea, black tea made in SongYang. This is Mei Lan from Belgian Chinese Tea Association. Later, I'm going to show you how I made SongYang lighted green tea.